everyone, I am Manav, and in this video we will try to understand about the geography of the Mars and also about the plan of the Elon Musk to settle down on the Mars. Okay, so let's begin. In the ancient Rome, the people think that the Mars is a symbol of danger, is a symbol of war, and is also a symbol of blood. Okay, and when the blood comes here in our body, okay, we get hurt, so we get tension. We get tension. Okay, we scratch from the blood, like that. And there are some people that exist on our Earth that say that the Mars hold the key for the survival for the humanity, okay, for the humanity on the Mars. So it means that we will live on the Mars. Yes, there are some probabilities, there are some chances that, okay, if we having a technology, okay, if we having technology, so we can do anything. Okay, so we can also settle down on the Mars. Okay, so the story of the Mars begins near about 4.5 billion years ago. Okay, so Mars is made up of two things: dust and different types of gases. Okay, like carbon dioxide. There are some traces of the oxygen, nitrogen, argon, and another types of gases. Okay, so when they mix up and they made a planet that is known as Mars. Okay. So Mars is the second smallest planet in our solar system, and the fourth planet from the sun. Okay, third is our Earth, and then is our Mars. Okay. Mars, there are some traces of oxygen, water on the Mars. Okay, so Mars is made up of three layers. We know that our Earth is made up of three layers. Which three layers are? We know that are crust, mantle, and core. So the core of the Mars is made up of the sulfur, and nickel, and iron. Nickel and iron are the two metal that are attracted with magnet. And due to the core of the Mars is made up of the sulfur and the iron and nickel. So due to this, there is a formation of protecting field, magnetic field. And there is a magnetic field, okay, on the surface, on the atmosphere of the Mars. Okay, there is a magnetic field, protecting magnetic field. Okay, that only have the Mars. Okay. And the mantle is made up of silicon minerals. There are different types of minerals. Okay, the mantle means the thicker layer. Okay, on any planet, thicker layer is known as mantle. Okay, on Earth it's also mantle. So it is made up of some minerals. And the crust of the iron is rich in the iron. Okay, crust of the Mars is rich in the iron, and due to this we see the color of the Mars red. Why? There's a reason, or there's any chemical reaction? Yes, there's a chemical reaction. What is that? That is that the iron. We know that when iron come in the contact of moisture or the oxygen or air. Okay, so what's happened? If I take a nail, so I have already taught you about that in my chemicals, in my changes video. Okay, so there's a rust. So not that the whole our mass is made up of the rust. Mean iron, but the rust, the layers of the rust is painted like on the Mars. So we say it red planet. Okay, and we know that there are some traces of the water. But how we get that water traces? Because there are some river valleys, okay, that are like this, they are flowing, and water is not there. But there's a formation of the valleys. Okay, water is not there. So this and there, if the Perseverance rover, the rover of the NASA launched that rover, okay, in the past February, so that is the picture that of the valleys, river valleys, and that talk to us about how the water is on the Mars, but for a little bit time, not for a longer time. Okay. And today's condition of the Mars is dry. It is too dry, but it is cold because it is far from the sun. Okay, sun is not too big. Okay, like on the Earth, we see the Mars, not Mars, Sun like a big, but not on the Mars. It is small. Yes. Okay, it's not mean like a star. Okay, it's not look like a star, but not too big. Okay, so due to this, there's the cold temperature on the Mars. So the average temperature on the Mars is minus 142 degrees Celsius. Okay, and the things are not too frozen on it. Okay, the rocks or any that or any water, we can find the water. We can take the water from the soil of the Mars. Yes, through excavation, through digging of it. Okay, through some bores. Okay, that we are used in our farms. Okay, to take out the water from the soil. Okay, and the groundwater. So we can take that water, but in a very small quantity. Yes, in a very small quantity. So, what is the size of the Mars? Mars is bigger than the Earth or smaller than the Earth? Yes, it is smaller than the Earth. The size of the Mars is assembly like if we combine all the 7 continents of the Earth, means Europe, Asia, North America, South America, Africa, okay, and others. If we combine them, so we get a Mars. So it is no, we don't say that the size of the Mars is small and we can't live on it, because we are living on the continents. Okay, we are not living in the Pacific Ocean. Okay, not in the oceans or lakes, and okay, like other things like the water bodies or another. Okay, desert are added in the continents. Okay, so we can live. There are some probability, there are some chance. Okay, but there are some another things. Okay, that said that we can't live on the Mars. Okay, so the Mars is the home of two things. Largest. What largest? The largest volcanoes and also the largest river valleys. Okay, valleys of the river mean like lakes. Okay? Lakes. There's the world's largest, the solar system largest volcano on the Mars. Yes. What is that? That is Olympus. Olympus Moon. Olympus Moon is a volcano. Oh, but it is deactive now. It is not active. The lava is flowing out. If lava is coming out, it is active. So the temperature of the Mars is warmer? Yes. 4.2 billion year or 3.5 near about 3.2 billion year ago, the Mars is warmer. Yes. Mars is warmer than today's condition. Yes. Okay. So we can say that we can live on the Mars. Okay, there are some probabilities to live on the Mars. Okay, so let's go on to our. Yes, I have not talked about the what is the height of the Olympus. This Olympus. Okay, not get that Olympus from Olympic. Okay, don't relate them Olympus. Okay, so Olympus Mons is the height 3 times greater than the Mount Everest. Yes, 3 times greater than the Mount Everest. So now you can imagine that how what is the height. Okay, we know that Mount Everest is the world's largest mountain on the earth. Okay, and there are some valleys. Okay, they are too longer. So now we get some preface of a conclusion that there are some things that are tell us that we can live on the Mars. So let's move on to the plan of the Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the CEO of the SpaceX, his company. He founded that company. Okay, and SpaceX is a company that makes commercial aircraft. So air mean the it's work on the space. Okay, space things of the planets, different types of planets. Okay, they make rockets like this, etc. for commercial. Okay, so what's Elon Musk taught to us? What is that his plan? What is his plan? His plan is to settle down on the Mars. But how? And why he is only saying that we will only settle down on the Mars. Okay, why? Why? Because there is Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Mercury. There are other planets also. But why only you only chosen the Mars? Why? Because if Mercury is too closer to the sun, so it is too the temperature of the Mercury is too high. Venus, there is the rain of acid on the Venus, okay, all the time, so it is go okay. And Jupiter and Saturn, they are we can't live on that because they are made up of the clouds, mean gases, different type of gases. Okay, if I jump onto the Jupiter, it's not like that. It's like a cloud that if I jump and it expands and I go down, it's not like that. Okay, so and after that there are two choices, that is Uranus and Neptune. Why they are not? Because Neptune and Uranus are too far from the sun, and the sun is like a star. If I stand on the Uranus or Neptune, so I will see that they are the sun is a star. Okay, so they are the Uranus and Neptune are made up of ice. Methane is of ice, gases are of ice, water is of ice. Everything is solid. Okay, so after that we only get a one thing, that is a Mars and Earth. Why he's saying that we will settle down on the Mars? Because like the dinosaurs and the dies, okay, like billions years ago, okay, the dinosaurs died. The asteroid collapsed with the Earth. If there is another asteroid that collapsed to the Earth in the future, so what? We will also die. So to prevent these disasters, so Elon Musk planned to go there to settle down on the Mars. So it is too costly. Okay, there are millions of people on the Earth. Okay, billions of people, or trillion, quadrillion. Okay, so it is too costly. So what is the plan? The plan is that the SpaceX or other agency makes the rockets that are reusable. Reusable? Reusable mean that if they go to the orbit of the Earth or go to the Mars, so they will come to the Earth again. We can use them again and again. This is the plan. I mean, the SpaceX also launched the Falcon 1 or 2 in the 2015, and that rocket is what? It is reusable. It go to the space and come down, and after the SpaceX land it on a ship, okay, like it is fat ship, okay, in the sea. Yes. Okay, so it is possible to make like these reusable rockets. Okay, so what is plan? That we having some rockets, the people will fit in it, and they will go, and they will come the capsule from in which the persons are fit. Okay, people are fitted. They will in the orbit. They will take the rounds of the Earth, and the rocket, the boosters come down to the Earth, and they will take a tank of the fuel and go and attach it. Okay, and after that, after 4 or 5 times, that capsule go, if the booster comes, okay, in it, and it will land on the Mars. Now there is another problem, but it's not problem. We're having a solution of that problem. That if there's a disaster on the Mars, so what we will do? If we will try to come on the Earth, so we need fuel. Okay, we need fuel. How to make fuel? The choice of the Elon Musk is to make the fuel. There is one fuel that is possible to make on the Mars. What is that? That is methane. There are the kerosene and hydrogen fuel, okay, and this methane. So he has chosen this methane. Why? Because we know that the atmosphere of the Mars is mainly the carbon dioxide. Okay, most the on the Earth there is nitrogen, most gas. Okay, much gas from other. Okay, more gas, and on the Mars there is carbon dioxide, and the oxygen. There are some traces near about 0.01% oxygen is on the Mars. Okay, so the what is the plan to make how to make this fuel? To make this, we will take the carbon dioxide. Okay, there is much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of the Mars, and we will take some water. Water means for how to take the water. We know that there is no water. Okay, it is fully empty. There is no water on the Mars. So how to do that? We will dig the surface, the soil, the surface of the Mars, and now we get the water, okay, groundwater. So now we have arranged the CO2 mean carbon dioxide and HO2 mean our water. So when we add them, we get our methane gas, and we can come to the Earth. Okay, again. So this is the plan of the Elon Musk. So I hope friends you understand this plan, and thank you friends.